fact that you're making tawbah, He opened that door for you. And that in itself is a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So He says, so if after you're firm, you lose it again, in other words, you fall back into it, then know that it's because of something you did. It's your own fault. But if the tawbah is maintained and consistent, know that it is His generosity to you. لأن فعلك تعرض نفحات رحمته. Because your action, this tawbah that you did, is presenting yourself or putting yourself in the presence of the fragrances of His mercy. What you're doing is you're exposing yourself to the fragrances of His mercy. So it's like when you go by a rose bush, you stop and you breathe in that fragrance of the rose. What He's saying is your tawbah is breathing in the fragrances of His mercy. That's what you're doing. You're stopping to inhale the fragrance of His mercy. And that your firmness on this is as a result of His gifts. And for this reason, you must return to tawbah whenever you return to your wrong action. Keep coming back. There's a beautiful poem by Maulana when he says, come back, whoever you are. Thief, robber, sinner, keep coming back. Even if you broke your vows 1,000 times, come back. Ours is not a caravan of despair. And this is not the caravan of despair. That's Iblis's path. See, he did something wrong and then he despaired. He said, there's no hope for me. The children of Adam, they do the wrong and they keep coming back. And Allah says, you keep coming back, He'll keep coming back to you. So don't despair. لا تقنطوا من رحمة الله. Don't ever despair of the mercy of Allah. No matter how much you do wrong, just keep coming back. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. And the wrong actions hopefully will get more and more subtle. You have to keep coming back until the day you die. The moment of death. You just keep making tawbah. They get more and more subtle. That's the hope. If you're in kaba'ir, you get rid of your kaba'ir and you work on your sagha'ir. And then he says, because إذ أوصاف العبد لا تقضي على أوصاف الرب. Because no matter how much of the qualities or the descriptive nature of the servant, they in no way can diminish the character of your Lord. So your wrong actions, no matter how great they are, they don't diminish His rahmah. So don't think anything you do has any effect on your Lord. Your Lord stays the same. He's Tawwab, He's Ar-Rahman, He's Ar-Rahim. And then He says, وَقَدْ وَعَدَ بِفَضْلِهِ كَمَا تَوَعَدَ بِعَدْلِهِ. And He has promised to show His bounty and His mercy, just as He's promised to show His justice. So you have to have hope with fear. In other words, don't think, oh, He's all Rahmah, I don't have anything to worry about. No, you have to be concerned, which is why you make tawbah. If you didn't have to worry, you wouldn't have to worry about your wrong actions. No, you should worry about your wrong actions, but don't let your wrong actions take you to a place of despair. وَلَيْسَ أَحَدُهُمَا بِأَوْلَى مِنَ الْآخَرِ فِي مَحَلِّهِ. You can't say one of them is over the other, except that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has decreed His mercy is over His rahmah. His mercy is over His justice. But don't put one over the other as long as you're in this world. Right before you die, you should hope only for the rahmah. But in this world, you should have them on equal foot. فَالْفِرَارُ مِنْهُ جِنَايَةٌ وَالْبِدَارُ إِلَيْهِ هِدَايَةٌ. To flee from it is a wrong, and to hasten to it is guidance itself. وَالتَّوْفِيقُ مِنْهُ عِنَايَةٌ. And success from Him is His providence. His providence over you, that He is actually taking care of you. لَإِنْ كَانَ النَّقْصُ وَالْعَوْدُ عَظِيمًا فَالرُّجُوعِ إِلَى كَرَمِهِ أَعْظَمُ مِنَ الْعَظِيمِ. And if your shortcomings and your going back to your wrong action is a great thing, know that returning to His generosity is greater than any great thing that you've done. So know that your tawbah is greater than your wrong action. Be aware of that. Your tawbah is greater than your wrong action. No matter what you did wrong, your tawbah is greater. وَقَدْ قَالَ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ صلى الله عليه وسلم مَا أَصَرَّ مِنْ اسْتَغْفَرْ وَإِنْ عَادَ فِي الْيَوْمِ 70 مرة. No one is considered to be continuous in their wrong actions if they ask forgiveness, even if they return to that wrong action 70 times a day. وقال عليه السلام إن الله يحب كل مختار تواب. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves every person who does wrongs, continues to kathir al-dhanb. He has a lot of wrong actions and he has a lot of tawbah. Allah loves that servant. يعني كثير الذنب كثير التوبة. He has a lot of wrongs, he has a lot of tawbah. وقيل للحسن رضي الله عنه الرجل يذنب ثم يتوب ثم يذنب ثم يتوب إلى متى? Somebody said to Hassan al-Basri, a man will do wrong and then he asks forgiveness. He does wrong, he asks forgiveness. At which point does he stop doing that? And he said, ما أرى هذا إلا من أخلاق المؤمنين. I consider this nothing other than the character of the believers. وفي الحكم إذا وقع منك ذنب فلا يكون سببا ليأسك من حصول الاستقامة مع ربك فقد يكون ذلك آخر ذنب قدر عليك ومن استغرب أن ينقذه الله من شهوته وأن يخرجه عن وجود غفلته فقد استعجز القدرة الإلهية وكان الله على كل شيء مقتدرا. And in the Hikam he says, never allow any wrong action that you do to cause you to despair from gaining istiqamah in the future with your Lord, uprightness with your Lord. Because it could be that's the last wrong action you ever do, that's ever decreed for you. And whoever does not believe that Allah, or considers it very unusual that Allah will save him from his appetites and remove him from the condition of his heedlessness, has done nothing other than considered the divine power to be weak. In other words, if you think that Allah can't take you right now in the state you're in with all your wrongs and all your ghafla, your heedlessness, and change you right now in this moment and make you upright and make you a wali of God, then He's saying you've incapacitated divine power. Allah is qadar ala kulli shay. فافهم أيها الأخ وتفهم وتأمل وتدبر في رجوعك من حسن ظن بالله وما في إباقك من الإعراض والاستغناء يحملك ذلك على الانحياش إليه كيفما كنت والسلام. So understand, oh my brother, and really reflect on this. Consider it. Ponder it. Ponder your return to having a good opinion of Allah. And reflect on your ibaqika. You know, adaq is a slave that runs away from his master. Reflect on your running away from your master and your turning away from him and feeling independent of him. إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَيَطْغَى أَرْرَآهُ اسْتَغْنَى. Man has transgressed his Lord when he deems himself independent of his Lord. You're completely dependent on him. So this should cause you to feel inhiyash ilayhi. You should feel this alienation. If you really think about this, you should feel this alienation that you want to remove no matter what your condition is. Wassalam. That's how he ends it. So that's the end of that section.